Hey guys, Gina Rose CPT here. I thought about going live with a workout, but I figured I would record one so that you can watch it at your convenience. As you can see, I'm outside. I like to get outside. It is a little chilly, but this workout you can do inside, and it's going to take about 30 minutes or so. So feel free to follow along, and you can do this with your friends, your family, your kids, your parents, in the house, and it only requires a mat, as you can see, so everything else we'll just be using primarily body weight. We'll be working on upper body, lower body, our core, and keeping our heart rate up the whole time. So I hope you enjoy. And this is a donation-based workout, so feel free if you can and are able to donate, and if this video helped you at all, or if you're able to share it with someone who it might help, feel free to shoot a donation over to @GinaRoseCPT via Venmo, or I'll try and get a link set up for you guys as well. But no pressure, it is there if you're able and willing. I really appreciate it. If not, this is primarily just to help you guys stay active and healthy and positive during this tough time. So I hope you enjoy. All right guys, let's do it. Let's go ahead. We're gonna step onto our mat here. So feel free to follow along. Like I said, we're gonna bring our feet just outside a hip distance apart. So nice wide stance, arms are gonna come up. And then small circular motions forward with those shoulders there. Now what I want you to remember during this whole workout is breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, getting these rotator cuffs nice and warmed up. And then let's go ahead and reverse that motion there. Good. Remember that breathing. Trying to get into a rhythm now with that breath. One more time, forward. And reverse. Good, arms come up wide now. We're gonna go ahead and hinge at the hip, opposite hand, opposite toe, really reaching all the way down and through your range of motion as far as you can get, all the way back to the top of the movement. Remember that breathing. Good, let's really push through the hips there. Keep a nice slight bend in the knee. You don't want to lock your knees out here, but you should feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings, in the back of your leg, in your glutes. Good. 2 more. Nice, and relax. Let's go ahead. We're going to step to the back of our mat now. I want you to have your feet just inside or outside, just at hip distance, really. Going to go ahead and hinge at the hips again, so push those hips all the way back, slight bend in the knee, bring our hands down close to the mat and walk it all the way out. Once we're here, we're gonna bring our right leg all the way up towards our pinky as close as we can get it, and then go ahead and do a nice torso spinal rotation, looking up to the sky. Perfect. Hand back down, step back, rotate. Other side. Good, keep it here. So you got a couple of these at your own pace, right? Try and keep a nice flat back. Rotate, don't force anything. Step back. Remember that breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, last time, 2 more. Awesome, step back and rotate, good. All right, let's walk it all the way back up. And nice and slow, rise up. And then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna lunge forward with that right leg first. What I want you to think about is finding that balance when you come down into this lunge. You may feel a little wobbly, that's okay. Find that balance, and I want you to rotate that torso towards that lunged leg there. Once you find it, go ahead, step back and alternate to the other side. Find the balance, rotate, step back, and keep this going. Remember, your pace, that's okay. Find your balance. You can pause this. You can come back to it once you get the movement down, and then press play again. Remember that breath. 2 more. And good, last one, perfect. Let's walk to the other side of our mat now, giving ourselves all of our mat's distance length. We're gonna start with our feet together, standing nice and tall. Let's go ahead, side lunge all the way out, keeping this foot grounded on the other side. And we're just gonna shift our body weight from left to right, crossing our hands over, touching down, getting those insides of our legs and our hips opened up. Try and keep your chest up as much as possible so you're not really rounding over through your back. Remember that breath and really sit back into those glutes, into those hips. Good, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up. Let's go ahead, come back to center. Good job, guys. How we feeling? We good? We got a couple more warm-up activities here. So let's go ahead. We'll come to the center of the mat. I want you to bring your right heel to the top of your left toe, keeping your legs at hip distance apart. We're gonna go ahead and scoop down. So point that toe up towards the sky and scoop through. So hinge through the hips. You're really gonna feel that stretch in your back hamstring as well as your glute. Good. Might look a little funny, feel a little awkward. That's all right. We're not here for looks. We're here to keep our body active and moving. Good. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So go ahead and bring that left toe up, point it into the air, push back through the hips, swoop all the way through. Good. Remember that breathing. 3, 2, and 1. So good. So if our heart rate's not up yet, it will be now. We're gonna go into a couple little rotations to get our heart rate going a little bit more. So we're gonna go into high knees first. So really bringing those knees up past our hips, driving those arms so you can get that full momentum. If that's too tough, just keep it right here. Do what's right for you. And then we're also gonna do butt kickers. So we're gonna bring our heels to our glutes, trying to get that heel to touch the back of your butt there. And then we're gonna go into jumping jacks. So we have 20 seconds of each of those, and then we're gonna get into our workout after we're nice and warm, all right? So whenever you're ready, let's go ahead, find our feet at hip width in 3, 2, 1. Let's drive up. Remember your breath. Good, halfway. Remember, you can keep it low if that feels better for your knees. Just make sure you're moving. Good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Go ahead, find that breath. We got 3 seconds. 2, 1. Heels come to glutes. Seconds. You got this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Now, let's go into those jumping jacks. If it's too tough to do that full jump, it's okay, just go side to side. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Remember that breath. Halfway, remember, keep it here if the jump is too difficult. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and by now you should be nice and warm. I'm gonna take this jacket off, vest, and then we'll go ahead and get into that workout. All right, guys, let's go for it. We're gonna go ahead and get into our first round here. So feet are just outside of hip width, toes slightly pointed out, not too much. We're gonna come back and sit into this nice proper squat, right? So our hips are back, our chest is up, and we're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're just gonna hold this static squat here. we're really gonna burn out those quads. So you're gonna start to feel that lactic acid burn up just a little bit through the quads. That's all right, we're almost through it. Just breathe. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go ahead and stand up. Now we're gonna go through a moving squat for 20 seconds. Bring it down, back up, good. Yes, try and get nice and low, pushing those hips back, standing nice and tall at the top, and squeezing our glutes once we get to the top of that motion there. Remember to breathe. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good, go ahead, shake those quads out. They burn just a little bit. And we're gonna get back into that in just a moment. Let's go ahead, we're gonna bring it down to our mat first, hit a little bit of that upper body. So let's go ahead and get into a push-up. So let's find our hands directly underneath of our shoulders. And then we're gonna go ahead and come up onto our toes if that's comfortable for you, keeping a nice flat back. If you want to do these push-ups on your knees to modify the exercise, that's totally fine. So what I want you to make sure that you're doing in that case, instead of stacking your knees directly underneath of your hips, I want you to try and walk them a little bit further away from your hips so that you have a nice upper body range of motion and leading with your chest. Keep those toes on the ground for me. Don't cross them over or keep them in the air. So whenever you're ready, let's go ahead, find our position in 3, 2, 1. Let's go down, press up, down, press up, down, press up. Remember, if you're on your knees, nice range of motion. Remember, we're breathing. Really use that chest. Squeezing the shoulder blades in the back. In 3, 2, and last one. Good. Let's go ahead, come up to our feet just for a moment. And we're gonna go side skaters. So we're gonna hop over, touch down, hop over, touch down. If you wanna make this a little bit more tricky, you can hop over, keep that back leg up off the ground. So 20 seconds here. In 3, 2, 1. Hop over, reach down. Over, reach down. If you're making this a little bit more advanced, you're keeping that back leg up off the ground. In 3, 2, and relax. Good job. All right, let's hit our core next. So let's come down onto our mat. We're gonna come into a lying position, and if it feels comfortable for you and you can bring your legs up into the air nice and straight without too much of a bend, go ahead and do that. If not, if you have a lot of a bend in your knees, if you have tight hamstrings or anything like that, feel free to keep those feet grounded. We're gonna bring our arms straight up in front of us, and we're gonna go for 20 seconds here. We're gonna just lift and bring our core reaching toward our hands and breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. Remember, if your legs are up, looks like this. Try and keep everything nice and locked into that mat. Good. Less than 10. Three, 2, and good. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna bring it into a static plank. So we're just gonna hold a low plank here. for the next 20 seconds. So stacking those elbows underneath of our shoulders, bringing our toes up at hip distance and our fingertips pointed straight ahead. We're squeezing every muscle here in our body, so our glutes, our core, and we're breathing through this. Bringing that belly button towards our spine. Try to keep those glutes out of the air. Don't let your hips sink. We're right here together. Breathing. Squeezing. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good job. All right, guys, so that was our first round. You made it through? Yes? Awesome. We're gonna start back at the top with those squats. I would recommend, if you have water nearby, that you grab your jug, your water, take a trip to the kitchen if you're inside. And now that we kind of know what we're doing, we're gonna run through that nice and complete. All right, starting with that squat, then going into our push-up, side skaters, then down for our core, and then we'll mix it up in the next round. All right, if you're back, if you're ready, if you're hydrated, let's get right into it. In 3, 2, 1, squat down. Hold it here, sitting back into those hips. Chest is up, and we're breathing. Good job, guys. We're already halfway through. In 5, 4, 3, 2, yes, come up and let's go right into those squats. We're just gonna flush it out now, sitting all the way back into it, squeezing our glutes when we hit that top range of motion. You got this, we're almost through. Love the breathing out there. I can only hear myself, but I'm assuming you are doing the same. Good, sit back, chest is up. In 3, 2, and relax, good job. Shake out those quads, and let's come down into our push-up. Remember our setup here, hands are underneath of our shoulders. If we're on our knees are slightly behind our hips, toes are planted on the ground. In 3, 2, 1, full range and up. If we're on our toes, really using those shoulder blades, using that chest to push through the motion. We're almost through. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good job, guys. Let's bring it up to our feet. Remember, we got those skaters side to side. In 3, 2, 1. Nice little hop, cross back. If the hop is too much, just step back and through. And if we're going more advanced, we're keeping that back leg up, off the ground. In 3, 2, and relax. Good job. Catch your breath, down to the mat. ahead and bring our feet up into the air if we can. Otherwise, we're keeping those feet grounded. Try and keep everything locked down into that mat. And we're reaching. Here we go. Remember, if our feet are down, same movement. Remember to breathe. In 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Let's flip on over. We're going into that low plank. Stacking our elbows underneath the shoulders. And let's hold it here. Good, squeeze that belly button. Squeeze those glutes. No butts in the air, no hips sagging. Nice spinal alignment, neutral spine. And we're breathing, thinking happy thoughts. You got this, guys, come on. Less than 10 seconds, squeeze and hold. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Great job. All right, round 1 complete. Grab that water. Let's get into round 2 next. All right, guys, if you're here, you're at round 2, you've made it past the warm-up, you made it through round 1, and we're gonna get through this next round together 2 times, and then we're gonna cool down. As you can see, this doesn't take much time out of your day at all, so I hope you're sticking with it. I hope you're sticking through it. This one is gonna test your balance just a little bit, so if you have a chair nearby or you can bring something over to help assist you, if you do feel a little off balance, then I would recommend bringing that over. But we're gonna try and hit the hamstring a little bit. Let's start, put all of our weight into our left side first, and we're gonna kick out our back right leg until we come about parallel, and then bring it all the way back through again. We're gonna do this movement a few times on this side. Really pushing back through those hips, keeping a nice slight bend in that grounded foot. Breathe through it. Nice and controlled, all the way out, and then all the way back in. Give me one more. Good, let's go ahead, find our weight in our right foot now. Let's go ahead, get realigned and push back. Good, really feel that stretch down through the back of your leg. Testing our balance here and bringing it all the way back through. Good, nice and controlled. This isn't fast. If you're holding on to something with that balance, that's totally fine. Try and press all the way down until you can feel that nice little stretch in the back of your leg. Good, give me one more. Nice, good job, guys. So to follow that, we're just gonna do a little bit of around the world with our lunges. So we're gonna lunge forward with our right, then we're gonna lunge out, and then we're gonna lunge back. That's 1. Switching sides, lunge forward with the left. Hopefully you're not in the bushes like me. All the way back, and then repeat on that other side. Good. All the way through, and alternate. Good, out, pushing that hip back. Nice, other side. Out, good. Back through. Good, last time this side. Good job, guys. So for the second exercise, we're gonna come down into that high plank position or push-up position. And we're gonna bring our hands just inside of shoulder width apart so that we can keep a nice balance here. We're gonna bring our Hand nice and controlled to our shoulder, and trying to keep our hips square to the ground so that they're not rocking back and forth here. Remember that breath. You're going to feel this in the shoulders. You're going to feel this in your core. If it's too tough, come on down to your knees for me. You can do the same movement down here and get the full benefits. Keeping that core nice and locked. Shoulders feel a little bit burning there. That's all right. In 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, shake out those shoulders forward and backwards real quick. And then we're gonna come back up into that position, really burn those shoulders and that core out with these mountain climbers. Good, keep it here. Breathe through. Woo, I can feel it in my shoulders. How about you? In 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Woo, that was a tough one. That's all right. Let's hit our core next. Then we'll repeat that circuit, and then we'll finish with a cool down. So for this next core exercise, one of my favorites, gonna be a little side to side torso rotation, Russian twist, Mason twist, whatever y'all call them. We're gonna go ahead. First, we wanna find proper spinal alignment. So we're sitting, our heels are on the ground, toes are pointed up, and we're gonna go ahead and sit nice and tall. Think about pulling yourself up, your head through the air so you have a nice flat back. Once you find this position, go ahead and bring a slight lean into that posture, but don't round your back, okay? Don't want you here. So we're sitting nice and tall, a little bit of a lean, and then we're just gonna bring our palms together to either side of our hip behind the mat there. If you wanna make this a little bit more difficult, you'll go ahead and bring your feet up off the ground. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Side to side. Breathing through. Exhaling through the mouth. Remember, you can bring those heels down to help with that balance and help with that posture and that form, but you still get all the benefits of that nice oblique torso rotation. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good job. All right, guys, so I want you to stand up real quick. We're gonna do 20 seconds jumping jacks, and we're gonna go right back down through that circuit. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1. Remember, side to side. If that jump is too much for you. Otherwise, we got less than 10. And relax. Good job. Catch your breath. Grab some water. One more round. Alright guys, so home stretch here. Last time through those final exercises. Remember, we are starting with all of our weight in our left leg. We have a chair nearby if we need help with our balance. And we're gonna kick straight back out. Slight bend there in that bottom leg. And control all the way out and all the way through. Almost through it. 2 more. Last one. Awesome. Okay. Woo. catches your balance there, yeah? All right, other side, here we go. Nice and controlled, all the way out through the movement and back in. You should feel this in the back of your leg, that nice hamstring glute stretch, keeping that bend in your grounded leg, trying to straighten out parallel to the ground. 2 more. Good, guys, and relax. Let's go into those around the world, starting at the back of your mat, and we're lunging forward with the right, lunging out with the right, and lunging back with the right, stepping through and alternating to the other side. Again. Good, again. Remember that breath. You got this. Last time. Good job. All right. Let's go down and hit those shoulders and that core again. Here we go, coming down to our mat. Stacking our shoulders, or I'm sorry, our hands underneath of our shoulders, and then moving them slightly inside for that balance. Here we go. Nice and controlled, keeping those hips nice and square to the mat so that you're not rocking them back and forth. Remember to breathe. If this is too difficult, come down to the mat. Breathe it out. You've got this. Come on. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Come down. Shake those shoulders out. Quick couple shoulder rolls. And let's go into those mountain climbers. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Breathe through it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Good job, guys. All right, let's hit that core one more time. Those outer obliques now. Then up for our jumping jacks, and then we're headed to our cool down. Remember, sitting nice and tall, heels on the ground, toes pointed up, and bringing those hands, palms together. Let's rotate. Bring those heels up if you want to make this a little bit more challenging. Almost through it, guys. Come on. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good job. Up to our feet. Jumping jacks last time. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 2, and 1. Yes. All right, guys, we've made it to our cool down. So let's go ahead, if you can, bring yourself down onto your stomach, onto your mat if this is comfortable. And we're gonna bring our hands down by our sides. We're gonna start to slightly push up through our elbows, bringing a nice little back bend wherever it's comfortable for you. If you can't straighten your elbows all the way, that's fine. Inhaling up through this, and then let's go ahead and push back as we exhale into child's pose, pushing our glutes down into our heels and really reaching towards the top of our mat here. Awesome. Let's come on up onto our seated position. We're gonna bring our right leg across our left, bringing that left elbow across our right knee and using our hand to kind of push up so we have a nice tall torso, nice spinal alignment here. Breathing in, exhaling out, switching sides. Sitting nice and tall, pushing through that elbow and that knee. Good. Let's go ahead, a little side bend here, bringing that left arm all the way across our body, supporting ourself with our back hand there. And then let's go ahead, hit that other side. Nice side body stretch. Good. All right, guys, that does it. If you want to go ahead, get a couple more stretches in with that upper body, bringing your shoulders, bringing your arm across your shoulder, hitting the elbows there, whatever feels right for you to completely come out of this and get that body moving for the rest of the day. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. And again, if you enjoyed this, if it was helpful, this is donation based, so feel free if you can and if you're willing. I really appreciate it. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day. And last but not least, let's not forget to wipe down